Well, Manish Tiwari, Congress spokesperson, saying that morality has been lost in the BJP, be it in Gujarat or in Karnataka, and that Gujarat government's involvement in the 2002 riots in Gujarat is no secret. So the Congress there slamming the Narendra Modi government over its alleged involvement in the 2002 Gujarat riots in the aftermath of the affidavit which was filed by a top IPS officer in the Supreme Court.
No, I can't elaborate the contents of the affidavit. All I can say is that I filed an affidavit on the 14th and I stand by it. That's all I can say. That is exactly what is mentioned in the affidavit itself. The reason for my filing the affidavit has been elaborated in the affidavit itself. So I would request you to kindly go through that. I don't know, could be an oversight, could be design. I don't know what it is. It could be a part of the ongoing cover-up, could be anything. No, that I'm still a serving officer. I know all this because I was an officer with the Intelligence Bureau. So being privy to the information as an intelligence officer, it would have been professionally improper for me to disclose anything unless I was under a legal obligation. So now, as and when I was under a legal obligation, summoned under the CRPC, I disclose everything to the SIT. That I cannot comment on. I only know that I was never summoned by any forum, any commission, any agency till date. I mean, till 2009 when I was summoned for the first time by the SIT. See, I have stated whatever was to be stated in the affidavit, and the rest, I think, people like you can also make your own deductions. Looking at the situation in Gujarat, the prevalent intolerance, the vindictiveness, you can make your own deductions. I have stated whatever I had to in the affidavit.
Well, as regards this particular affidavit that you're referring to, it's a part of an investigation which is being conducted by the SIT. As you know, SIT is being monitored by the Supreme Court. And on this matter, the Gujarat government's position has already been given to this SIT, which certainly will forward it to the Supreme Court. We have complete confidence on the Supreme Court's matter, and this is a sub judice matter. We shall await the final word from the Supreme Court. The SIT is being monitored by the Supreme Court. And at this stage, or any stage, it is important that we don't undermine our institutions. It is important to have faith in the judicial process. And therefore the BJP very clearly says that we have to respect the judicial process. This is a case of an investigation being done by the SIT under the supervision of the Supreme Court. We should have faith. We'll wait for the verdict.
The two things here. One is that, like I've been saying, that from 2002 onwards, a concerned citizens tribunal headed by three of our most esteemed judges, Justice Krishnad, Justice Sawant and Justice Suresh, had recorded the first second-hand evidence about this meeting when Mr. Haren Pandya had deposed before the tribunal and actually stated that this meeting had taken place and such instructions had been issued. Thereafter, Mr. Sri Kumar in his fourth affidavit had also corroborated this. This is the first time you're having direct evidence of a person who was present there, so it is extremely difficult. About the conduct of the SIT, we have expressed our reservations to the court on a couple of occasions. We have full faith that the Supreme Court will monitor the situation and ensure that any porosity, and that is what we've been concerned about, that the fact that Gujarat officers continue to be in SIT and continue to leak information back to their political bosses can actually endanger such a probe. When we talk corruption and monetary corruption, we are very concerned that higher officers should not influence the probe. Here you have a chief minister twice elected after the worst massacre in post-independence history, who is obviously using his political office to subvert the investigation. This is what we need to realize, that this is also moral turpitude and moral corruption of a very high order.
Zakia Jafri, wife of Ehsan Jafri, who was killed in the Gulbarg Society massacre, has said that she is happy that people like the IPS officer Sanjeev Bhatt are coming out to tell the truth. Let's listen in.
ये बात हम बहुत पहले से ही समझते थे. जब ये हुआ था ना, तब से हम जानते थे कि ये वहाँ पर मीटिंग हुई है और उसके अंदर सब ये नरेंद्र मोदी ने और सब जो उनके साथीदार थे, सब लोगों ने यही बात कही. जो कह रहे हैं कि वो संजय भट्ट आगे आया और उन्होंने सब इस तरह से बोला, तो उससे मेरे को भी हिम्मत मिलती है और सहारा है मेरा एक के जन उन्होंने सब इतनी सब सच्चाई बीच में मैदान में लेकर आया और कोर्ट में बोला उन्होंने, तो उससे मैं सहमत हूँ और मुझे बहुत उनके ऊपर गर्व है.
Well, this is what the top cop naming Narendra Modi has said On day of the meeting, when Narendra Modi had called top officers, I had said that supporting the Bandh call of the BHP might cause rather widespread riots.
This is the first time that one senior officer who was part of the decision making at the time of the 2002 riots have made affidavit in the Supreme Court. Of course, Supreme Court have to decide on the merits, but I am just wants to ask one question to BJP High Command and particularly their mentor, Mr. L.K. Advani. Then they have to decide politically about the Gujarat unit and their Chief Minister Narendra Modi. Because when our Congress regime was there, the terrorists have attacked in Mumbai. At that time, the Congress High Command have decided to seek resignation of their Chief Minister, Home Minister, and State Home Ministers. So when the 2,000 people have been died, when then Prime Minister of India, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, stated that Narendra Modi have failed to adhere the Raj Dharma. And even he felt shameful at that time to the world. So it is the ball is lying with the BJP High Command to decide regarding Narendra Modi and their BJP unit.